when you go to scrap these things, you just twist the handle off here like this, and all the stuff in here you can just pour out. So when you just take it like this and you go like this, ah! Just a prank. Sorry, I felt that had to be done. But anyways, it doesn't take a whole lot to scrap these things. You just want to, this stuff's non-toxic, but it's messy. So you just want to make sure you put it in a container. Where it's not gonna, you know, get spilled out and just be a real pain for anyone. But you know, that's what you put fires out with in your house. So I mean, it's totally non-toxic and it's safe, but it's messy. So just make sure, you know, you don't not a whole lot of fun to breathe, but there, that's it. But you know, just make sure you get it fairly contained at least. You know, it's not going to hurt anything, but it's a real pain if someone has to clean it up. So that's the main deal. And then you do just, oh, I can't do it one-handed, but then like I was saying, just twist the handle off. That's all there is to it. Really doesn't require a video, but since I pranked you, I figured I'll finish the process. And then there'll be some leftovers in there, and you don't want to take it to the scrapyard with any of that in there. They won't be too fond of it if you do something like that. So get all that stuff out of there, and that's that. And that tank there is just pure aluminum, and that's actually a pretty nice little chunk. So I got 2 of those, and it's pure aluminum, so that's good. That's probably about 7 pounds or so between the 2 of them. Yeah, it's worth your time. And sometimes the little suction tubes will be made out of like a stainless or an aluminum, and you know there might be some metal in them handles, but these 2 both just happen to be plastic and rubber, so they're just garbage as far as I'm concerned. But there's those 2 little dudes. Okay, on with the video. Behold, my 5 millionth microwave. Ah! Oh. Alrighty. Well, so I guess I'm gonna start keeping these plates. See if I can sell them. That one there is really clean, so I looked on eBay, and some of them are worth some pretty decent money. I'm not too experienced on the subject, but I'll hold on to them for a while anyways. See if there's any value in it for me. I don't know how fast they sell, but something like that you can put in your storage unit and just stack them up, you know. So you can get a big stack of them, you know. It won't take up much space, so I'm gonna start stacking them, and after a while I'll see if there's any value in it for me. But I'll show you what I do. See, because I got a full load. Off camera I found these off camera I keep finding fire extinguishers. I don't know what it is about fire extinguishers. I find them and they don't make me think about my camera, but a couple fire extinguishers. These 2 actually have aluminum tanks, so I'm definitely going to scrap them. But look at that, both of these, this one's actually almost totally charged, but both of them have a charge. This one's actually in the green, So take those apart later. I'm gonna show you when I got this full load here. Show you how I carry these microwaves. Take the cord off so I don't get wrapped up in my chain. And just put that up there for now. I'll put this up there. Yeah, those will stack real nice. So that's the benefit of holding on to those, you know. If it turns out I don't want them, it doesn't, you know, it's not gonna hurt nothing stacking them up in the corner of my storage unit for a few months or whatever, you know, until I decide if I'm gonna get into it or not. But what I do with this, actually I'm gonna turn the camera off for a second. Put it on, well, I might be able to do it. I might be able to do it one-handed. I'm learning how to do everything one-handed. But I got a full load. I just carry this microwave just like this. Actually, I'm gonna turn it, but yeah, I'll just ride just like this, you know. I don't have far to go, so I just put that microwave just like this, you know. So rides pretty good. Yahtzee! What do we have here? I think a new business might have moved in here. I could be wrong. But this is a brand new dumpster. This dumpster's new. There used to be two old green ones here. I can't say I've ever seen stuff like that in here before. Look at that, we got some, looks like we've got copper and brass. Some brass fixtures for sinks. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff in there. I think maybe a new business moved in here. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen this type of activity in this dumpster before. Not brass and copper. So this could be a real good thing. Hopefully it's not just a one-time deal, but I'm gonna have to get in there and look. Let's see what we're dealing with here exactly. Get a box to put stuff in. That's always a good sign when you gotta find an empty box to load up. Oh, look at that right there. That's what scrappers, dumpster diver scrappers, that's what they dream about at night right there. Big old chunks of brass and copper. Well, that's got a piece of steel stuck to it, but it looks like might be able to get that off of there. Some stainless steel tubing with some brass fittings on the end. Hopefully there's some more good stuff in here. Hopefully I didn't get excited for nothing, but that's not bad so far. I see some more brass down here. There's a little bit of, chop a little copper off that. I don't know all what's in here. Maybe we might hit the mother load. Take the rest of the week off. Don't look like it. Let's see. That's brass. No, it's not brass. It's a piece of plastic. That's not fair. Get me all excited. Get me all excited for nothing. Get me all excited for a piece of plastic and then give me that little. give me a little gram of copper. Alright, there's some nice pieces of brass on the end of those dudes. That'll go as dirty brass though, because they got steel stuck to it. A lot of time it's really hard to get them steel and brass fittings off each other. Time consuming. Take it home and put it in your vise and blah blah blah. I'd rather just take it to the scrapyard and get rid of it. There we go. That's a little better. That's a little better. 2 pounds of brass, 2 pounds of brass. Take some copper off of there. Copper, pound of copper. Steel nugget. Little bits of brass, more brass. That's all brass. That's brass, those are brass. A little bit of tin. Okay, so that's getting a little better. Let's see. Let's see what we're dealing with. There's some more brass. Brass, we like brass around here. Yeah, and if you're never sure, if you don't know, you know, if you're new to this, and if you don't know if something's brass, like if you don't know if that's brass right there, what you do is you just take a file or take your snips and just dig into that metal. And if it's yellow in there, that means it's brass. And if it's silver, that means it's gonna be like an aluminum or some sort of aluminum alloy of some sort. But if it's yellow, all brass is yellow on the inside. So all brass will be that color on the inside, you know, and then it'll just have like a silver coating on top, you know. That's how you figure out if there's ever any question about what type of, you know, if there's ever any question about if it's brass or not. That's the surefire way to figure out, because all brass will be yellow inside. There is a red brass. There, see that right there? That's brass right there. That's not plastic. That's a good piece of brass. But there is a red brass, actually. It kind of looks like that, but that, I mean, that right there is steel. But there is a red brass, but another pound of copper, brass, more little brass nuggets. Some more tin. Let's see what we're doing to get that. That just this is no good. I don't even want to look at that thing again. At least we're gonna get some good nitty gritty raw dumpster diving footage. It looks like I'm about done this one. See, the thing about a lot of dumpsters is, you know, most dumpsters don't even have gross stuff in them, you know. Like, most dumpsters don't even have, you know, things that stink or rot, you know. It's just, you wouldn't really think that, you know, but most dumpsters, for the most part, really don't have a whole lot of organic material that would rot, unless you're like going to like restaurants and grocery stores and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, most dumpsters don't stink at all, and they're really not all that dirty. I mean, but trust me, there are exceptions to that. There's no doubt about that. I suppose when we put garbage disposals in our sinks in our houses and apartments, I suppose that probably eliminated, you know, stinky garbage cans. Because there's really not a whole lot of stuff in dumpsters that rots. I mean, you know, there'll be a little bit like, you know, little skibble scabble stuff, but, you know, nothing bad. But I think that's it. I think that's it right there. What's that down there? I think I already went over there. So let's see what we got here. Hey, that's not a bad little score. I hope it is a new business that moved in here, because I haven't seen that stuff before at this location. I've seen metal, but I've never seen brass and copper, so hopefully it's not just a one-time deal. But that's nice. That's not a bad deal. That's gonna be that's 2, 4, and the prices are low right now. So this is still gonna be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. It's hard telling. I can't get the exact weights, but you know that might be $10 to $15 sitting in there. I'll go to the scrap yard and take a look at the receipt and show it to you from just this one dumpster here. I'll show you how much everything down there. Show you how much I get for it. The thing I did to that batch as far as cleaning it up was to take the little brass nuts off the copper pipes, and I cut the copper pipes off the larger brass pieces you saw in there. And actually that scrapyard has added a new category called plumbing brass. And so that plumbing brass was all those sink fixtures you saw. And I really like that new plumbing brass category because, you know, usually it used to be you just get clean brass or dirty brass. And so basically they added a plumbing brass category, and that's price-wise it's in between clean and dirty. So it's like 70 cents or whatever. What would that be? 7, 14, 21. Yeah, it's 70 cents a pound. So that's a pretty good deal because you don't have to take the time to clean it up or nothing. You can just leave those plastic knobs on there and the plastic up inside there, and you can just you don't have to mess with it. You just sell it the way it is. And 70 cents, it's not bad. And everything on this receipt came out of that dumpster except for that low grade copper wire, which was 15 cents. So everything in that dumpster was $14.29. So not too bad. I wish every dumpster could be like that. Thanks for watching.